time for Watch With Us.
I work for Rotten Tomatoes, which is the most non-basic website out there. I would argue it is the best entertainment website you guys can go to, because we all know, I've said this before, there's so much to watch right now. So if you guys go to RottenTomatoes.com, you click on the button that says Binge Central. There's so many lists that will help you decide what you should watch. One of my favorite ones is 100 Best Movies on Netflix right now. So I decided to sort of curate a list today of some stuff that is coming out strictly on Netflix. Because I feel like most of us have Netflix, right?
Most of us do, or if not, we have a login and we'll make it work.
I know my parents share mine, and I get so annoyed because I'm like, can you guys just pay the extra $4 to upgrade? Because they're like, we need it right now. I'm like, this is so stressful. Just give it to me.
Totally worth
anyway,
it.
I'm going to start off with the show because last time I was here, I was telling you guys about Selling Sunset. Well, there is move over Selling Sunset because there's a new reality show that you guys are going to be so stoked for. I've seen a couple episodes of it already. It is called $1 Million Beach House, and it comes out next week. Unlike Selling Sunset, which is here in LA, obviously, and like, you know, the three of us are in LA, so we sort of know what LA houses look like. I love this one because it takes place in the Hamptons, and it takes place over the course of Memorial Day to Labor Day, which is basically when people are always in the Hamptons. Alex, I feel like you've like been to the Hamptons before. I don't know why. You give me that vibe. You play golf. Yeah, exactly. I've never been there. So watching this, I'm like, wow, these houses are amazing. And there are 2,500 realtors sort of in this market. So it's ultra competitive as opposed to like Selling Sunset, because I don't know, you get what I mean? Like it's like in a certain amount of time and there's so many realtors and there's only so many houses. So this obviously follows a young group of realtors. What I love about this cast is that it's a little more diverse, not to compare it to Selling Sunset, but you know, that was all women. This one has women and men agents sort of going at it. And it's a fantastic Netflix reality show that sucks you in. Like it's one of those where you turn it on, you are going to be on the couch all day watching this because the drama starts right away. And you know how at the end of every episode, they get you like in the middle of a conversation. You're like, I got to know what's happening next.
Yeah.
Also covers great themes. Like there's two guys on there that are best friends. There's a woman that just moved to this agency and she's sort of trying to find her place within working with all these men. So I love, and I also just love watching reality like housing shows. I don't know about you guys because I love learning all the terms. And for some reason, I feel like I'm a real estate agent. Like I remember last year walking into someone's house and I was like, oh, I love your vertebrae staircase. Like actually acting like I know what I'm talking about. Anyways, this one comes out next week. $1 Million Beach House. Do not miss it on Netflix.
I want to watch that. I'm gonna let you know right away. I want to watch it. I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, hold on. I see something there. So I definitely will be checking that out for sure. My eyes will be peeled.
Yes. Totally. Two of my guilty pleasures are reality and real estate. So this is right up my alley as well. Plus, the Hamptons is literally another world for those that haven't traveled there. And let's be clear, the only reason I can go there, not because I can afford it, I have a cousin that lives there. So I got a little inside family house in the Hamptons. If anyone wants to join, T-Tribe, Naz, Courtney, you're all invited.
Next year, whenever that's a thing, I'm trying to get in on that. You know what's interesting, Alex? When you say the Hamptons is a whole other world, that is not an understatement, you guys, because Courtney, while I was like watching this show, they actually approach people that aren't even selling their home. It's so competitive. And they're like, let me try and sell your house. And when they throw out a number, people are like, okay, I guess I'll sell my house for that amount of money. Like that's how competitive it is. It's like houses that aren't even on the market.
I love that. Well, let's learn about this next show. It has to do with something about there's a Shoplifters Anonymous group, this new show on Netflix, Trinkets. Tell us about it, Naz.
Yeah, so actually, we got season 1 last year. So I'm sure I don't know if there's anyone in the T-Tribe that's a fan of Trinkets. Trinkets is a fantastic show. It got nominated for a couple daytime Emmys last year. So next Tuesday, we're going to get the second and sadly the final season of the show, almost a year after season 1. And if you've never seen Trinkets, you're right, Alex. It's about 3 teenage girls. They all go to the same high school. They're not really friends, and they find themselves in the same Shoplifters Anonymous meeting, and sort of this unlikely friendship forms. And it's based on the young adult novel by screenwriter Kristen Kiwi Smith. You may have heard of her. She's done little things like Legally Blonde, 10 Things I Hate About You. She's the man. She's a creator and executive producer of this show. So if you like that stuff, you probably love the tone of this. And yeah, I just love the chemistry between the cast. You know, Elodie's sort of this misfit. Mo is like the mysterious outsider. Tabitha's like the perfect popular girl. And yeah, they all sort of like steal stuff, which I'm not going to lie. Sometimes when I'm at Target or Sephora at the checkout, I'm like, would they notice? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're live. I would never do that.
No,
But anyways,
don't give all your secrets away.
we all sort of know that I'm not gonna lie, I may have stolen one thing from Claire's back in the 90s. But anyways, if you're a fan, then you know at the end of season 1, you know, Elodie has some stuff going on with her dad. Mo doesn't get in her dream course. I don't want to spoil anything for people who haven't seen it, but just for people who are big fans, Tabitha was getting threats from Brady because I don't know, I think he was going to tell the cops that she was going to steal his car. So in the first episode, which I have seen of season 2 already, it picks up right where we left off. The drama starts. Mo and Tabitha are getting questioned by the police. So I think get excited because it seems like it's going to be a great season ahead of us. And a big reason why I love Trinkets, one of the first segments I did with you guys was about LGBTQIA plus content for Pride Month. But this show has a gay character in it, and it isn't really talked about as much. Like, it's not really that big of a deal. And I think it's very revolutionary in its quietness of it. So again, all 10 episodes will drop next week, August 25th. Trinkets season 2 on Netflix.
Naz, you know what I'm going to ask? What did you steal at Claire's?
It wasn't, first of all, it wasn't even for me. So it's proof that I am just so that friend that will go above and beyond for my friends, because my friends all had my friends had belly. I know I'm trying to save myself right now so the cops don't go after me. My friends had belly button piercings. I never got my belly button pierced. My mother did not let me. And I think it was like a belly button piercing or something.
Wow. You are an iconic, you are a loyal friend. You will shoplift. You will do anything for friends. So
you guys have never thought about taking one thing at the checkout ever.
Naz, listen, the thought of my mother catching me or finding out that I have shoplifted terrified me more than even thinking about picking up some. And also, Naz, I'm black. So you already know they was watching me from across the store anyway.
Right. Exactly. That's ridiculous. And also, that's why we should be taking from America. No, I'm just kidding. I am not inspiring anyone. I'm not endorsing any stealing. Don't ever do that. I have never done it. But this show is really great.
I love it. Well, if that's not enough to stream on Netflix, we have more, because there's a new horror film called I'm Thinking of Ending Things, right? What can we expect? Tell us. We love horror.
I'm so excited to tell you guys about this because I know I've been on here. Thank you so much, by the way, for having me on the morning tea, because I love it. But I haven't really given you guys recommendations from my favorite genre, which is drama, horror, mystery, and suspense. I Am Thinking of Ending Things comes out September 4th, 2 weeks from now. It is from one of my favorite directors and writers, Charlie Kaufman. This guy did Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, I believe. Yeah. And Being John Malkovich, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. So he sort of makes movies that are just like a weird dream. Like you leave and you're like, what just happened? So you must watch the trailer for this. It's basically about a young woman who has second thoughts about her relationship. She decides to go on a family trip to her boyfriend's family farm. Let's just say she gets trapped at the farm and everything that she thought she knew about her boyfriend and herself and the world is turned upside down. So it stars Jessie Buckley, Jesse Plemons, Toni Collette. I mean, you guys know Toni Collette's an icon. She was, you know, most recently in Unbelievable, Knives Out. I've loved her ever since The Sixth Sense. But Jesse Plemons, if you guys don't know who Jesse Plemons is, oh my God, I have to burp for it. Okay, I'm good. If you guys don't know who Jesse Plemons is.
Does Jesse Plemons make you want to burp, Naz?
His performance is just, he plays the creepy guy so well that he's just notorious for playing creepy characters. So I'm so stoked to watch him in this. He's phenomenal in any role. And like I said, Charlie Kaufman, man, he tells the story in his own way. Like when you leave his movies, everyone has a different interpretation of it. Like people are like, no, I think this is what the movie meant. And you're like, no, this is what it meant. And his answer is always, it means all of it. You guys are all right. It's whatever you want to take from the film. So I'm excited that we're getting this kind of caliber movie on Netflix because we haven't had like a really exciting sort of horror suspense drama in a while, I feel like.
I agree.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all need to watch this. I haven't even seen the film, obviously, but I watched that trailer and my wig blew away into oblivion. It was definitely trippy, definitely gonna send a little mini chill down your spine. Ooh, give you the heebie-jeebies. So y'all definitely need to watch that trailer for sure.
100%. That mom is scary. Like
Toni,
the mom.
yeah, she's so good. She's
and it
so
has very
good.
much like Get Out, Us kind of vibes, like those eerie vibes. Totally. Looks good.
It's exactly how I felt. Yeah. So don't forget, it comes out on a Friday night, which I always love when it does that, because it's like that's your Friday night plan, you know?
Yeah. Totally. Well, we also have something from HBO. Tell us about Lovecraft Country.
Yeah, so I'm throwing a little curveball in there. I know I told you guys it was a Netflix thing, but last time I talked to you, Courtney and Alex, you guys were like, these shows come out so much later. What can we watch right now? So I was like, I gotta leave you guys with a show that is out right now that I am just so obsessed with. I think next to I May Destroy You, it's the best thing on TV today, right now. Lovecraft Country is 96% certified fresh. It's based on a 2016 novel by Matt Ruff. It's basically about a Black man that travels across the United States in the 1950s. He's searching for his missing father. He's joined by his uncle and his childhood friend. And along the way, not only do they encounter racism, but they also run into monsters. So we were mentioning Get Out before. Think of Get Out meets Stranger Things. I think that's the best way I can describe it. It is captivating. It is terrifying. It is original. And like I said, I think it's the best thing on TV right now. It's led by an absolutely stacked cast. Jonathan Majors, who's so huge, so fun to look at. Journey Smollett-Bell, also so fun to look at, so stunning. Like the both of them, I'm just like, ugh. And then you have veterans like Courtney B. Vance, Michael Kenneth Williams. The creators behind this actually are Jordan Peele, J.J. Abrams, Misha Green. Wow. And the first episode aired this past Sunday. So you guys can easily get caught up right now for the next episode this Sunday. So yeah, Lovecraft Country is something you guys can watch right now. And it is just it's awe-inspiring.
I know I saw in the chat recently, Naz, within the past couple of days, we have one of our moderators, our moderators, Wesley. He had very briefly mentioned in the chat, I saw it real quick. It was like, I'm watching Lovecraft, and it's so good. So I'm glad that we're talking about this today because y'all know we trust Wesley. So if what Wesley said was y'all need to watch Lovecraft Country, that's what we gonna do. And Naz just gave us that extra seal of approval. So putting that on my priority list.
Yeah, we trust Wesley and we trust Naz, and that's why we have her here for our favorite segment, Watch With Us. Thank you again, Naz. These recommendations are amazing. T-Tribe, let us know in the chat which one of Naz's recommendations you're most excited for because we got a binge. Like this, every time you come, Naz, you give us homework and but it's fun homework. You give us things to watch. And this is all I need in my life because clearly we're all at home and we just need more content to binge. So thank you again. We love you so much and come back always.
Aw, thank you guys. I love you, Courtney and Alex. I hope you guys are having a fabulous day and show. And remember, T-Tribe, the list doesn't just stop here. RottenTomatoes.com has countless amounts of lists based on any streaming service or any cable network or any channel you have. So be sure to go there for more recommendations. And thanks for having me, guys.
Yes, and where can everyone find you, Naz?
Yes, so I am on all the Rotten Tomatoes social channels, Rotten Tomatoes YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. I host a show called The Catch Up and Binge Guide, and I'm on Instagram at Naz Perez. So feel free to DM me and tell me what you're watching.
All right. Well, I love you, Naz, and I'll meet you at Claire's later, okay?
Let's not bring that up. I was totally kidding. I am so sarcastic. Don't ever take anything. And Alex,
really
why don't we
do haircut?
Why don't we meet in the Hamptons?
Better idea. We'll meet on the Hamptons. $1 million beach house, okay?
Yes. All right. Love you guys. Have a great day.
Bye now.
Love you.